12 illegal immigrants arrested under 24 hours. Is this evidence of a genuine effort to stop aliens from traveling to Nairobi, or a public relations effort inspired by the sight of our cameras? The inside story got wind that another bus was destined for Garissa, carrying 20 illegal aliens. We learned that the bus was to arrive during the night. Those behind the racket had firm instructions. The illegal immigrants, or mbuzis as they were commonly referred to here, were to arrive after 8 p.m. We headed straight to the now all too familiar smuggling point. There are no police patrols of the famous cat line, a panya route used to avoid police roadblocks despite common knowledge of its existence. After another hour of waiting, the first signs of a bus approaching Garissa town. The bus left the highway and straight to the cat line. This is on a road just kilometers from Garissa town. We knew this was the bus. We moved in, but from a distance. The bus was set for Nairobi from the Dadaab refugee camps. But the moment it stopped at this home, we knew the occupants in the passenger service vehicle were illegal immigrants. Under the cover of darkness and covered up, men and women disembarked from the bus. This was the third batch of illegal immigrants the inside story was witnessing travel across the country illegally. The men and women we later learned were to spend the night in the same room before alternative travel arrangements to Nairobi were to be made. We left the small hideout after sensing that we could be dealing with a dangerous group. The road to the house where the group was to sleep over was narrow, posing a danger for us. But we were in for a big catch. Another big consignment on mbuzis, a term coined for desperate foreigners, was headed to Garissa, not in buses, but in small taxis, and not during the night. The call signaled the arrival of 5 vehicles ferrying illegal immigrants out of northeastern province. But the point of entry had to change. We moved deeper into the cat line, a conduit point for smugglers. Those unable to take the highway will take the high road. Going through bushlands such as this, where they'll be met by contact people, you only have to pay 2,000 shillings to buy your ticket to freedom. The nearest roadblock mounted by law enforcement agents is just a few kilometers away from here. You don't have to go through it. We waited. The signal from Macho that a car was approaching was the cue for an off-road drama. We were confronted by a small vehicle weighed down by water at first, who easily passed off as cargo. Sensing danger, the driver of the vehicle sped off. Enter the big chase. The rough terrain was a driving nightmare for a taxi driver with illegal immigrants who had paid handsomely for a safe passage to Nairobi. Hot on the heels of the car was the inside story. Maneuvering the small car crammed with more than 14 people became a tall order. Suspecting that we could be police officers, one of the illegal immigrants decided to take off. We lost track of the vehicle, but not for long. Unable to beat the chase mounted by our crew, the driver of the vehicle abandoned the car. So did 6 illegal immigrants. Fleeing to nowhere, we had finally caught up with them.
There were about 11 immigrants in this small vehicle. So far, some have managed to escape, but there's some still hold up at the back of the vehicle.
These are the faces of men and women on the move. Illegal immigrants who have paid good money to be smuggled past law enforcement agents and into Nairobi.
ما كان ميل ونكنترول تلقى ميل لا
يعني umeteremsha kabla sijafika Modokari umeingia msituni umechukua hizi msituni yani.
Hebu muulize kama wamekutana na maafisa wa immigration.
معنا migration كواحد مالكم
Police.
14 people had been crammed into this car, each having parted with 2,000 shillings to the taxi driver, 14,000 shillings to the smugglers, and set aside 5,000 shillings for a bribe at the main bridge at Garissa town. They were at the mercy of smugglers.
elfu mbili nasema umetoa basi umeteremsha njiani umepata hii gari umechukua msituni yani.
Desperate men and women fleeing refugee camps for a better life elsewhere. All we could do was watch. People smuggling is a vice that has gained root in northeastern province, with many of the 300,000 refugees in the region hoping to travel to Nairobi and to South Africa and perhaps even Europe. Those unable to use the road risk crossing the Tana River. Some opt for the dangerous road to Mombasa. The government says it has made major strides in containing people smuggling, but the numbers of those caught are way below those who manage to beat or bribe state officials. In northeastern province, it is survival, a life befitting an animal. Dennis Onsarigo for the Inside Story.